Hey everybody, welcome back to Sarah Says. This week I wanted to talk to you about how to pay yourself as a business owner. Come on in. As you're coming in, let me know you're here. Comment live if you're coming on live. Comment replay if you hit the replay, because I do like to actually know who showed up. It helps me feel like I'm accomplishing something and makes me want to come back the next week with some more training. So that's your exchange with me, is to say hello. As you're coming on, if you have any questions around your business specifically and how to pay yourself, comment them below, because I do go back through afterwards and answer all the comments that I get. The whole purpose of this group is to deliver some free business coaching for you in a completely shame-free learning zone so that you can actually build your business to be highly profitable and successful. Okay, so let's launch into this. Depending on the type of entity your business is, there's different ways in which you need to pay yourself. So I'm going to be using some terminology that you may not be familiar with. If there's anything you don't understand, please feel free to comment below. Like I said, this is a no shame zone. You will not find any haters trolling you because you didn't know what some word meant. Okay, I want to make sure this is a completely safe place for everybody to come and actually learn this stuff. So the first one is a sole proprietor. A sole proprietor simply means you are doing business as your business name and you don't have any other kind of entity in place. Like, you're not incorporated, you're not a corporation, you're not an LLC, you're just doing business as yourself, and maybe you have a special name under which you do business, right? So that would be a sole proprietor. Or a partnership is where you and someone else decided to partner up and do the same thing, right? You haven't actually built an LLC or a corporation, you're just doing business as a specific name. So if you are a DBA, doing business as, or you're a sole proprietor or partnership, the correct way to pay yourself is to have a separate business account from your personal savings or checking accounts, right? And just transfer money from your business account to your personal checking account. It's called an owner's draw. So you're not creating a payroll. You don't need to withhold taxes when you do that, because your business is already being taxed on all of its profits. So you don't get taxed twice. You just get taxed once when you're a DBA or a sole proprietor or a partnership, right? So that's the correct thing to do. You just transfer that money. If there are two different banks and it's too complicated to try to do an electronic transfer, then you can write yourself a check. But again, you don't need to payroll yourself. You're not giving yourself a W-2 or anything like that. You are just literally transferring the money from one place to another. Now, if you're an LLC, the same rules apply. You actually don't payroll yourself when you're an LLC. So this is a slightly different business structure, right? It has a little bit more benefits to it, which I'm not going to get into because I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a tax accountant. You can ask your accountant if you have any questions. But an LLC also does not payroll its owner. You just do an owner's draw. Okay, very, very simple. Now, if you are an S Corp or a C Corp, you are going to be on your own payroll. And in fact, you need to be on payroll. Per the IRS, you actually are supposed to pay yourself reasonable compensation for the work that you're doing. So it's not okay to just leave that money in there. If you're working for your business, you actually have to legally pay yourself a paycheck, okay? So that would be giving yourself a W-2. You're gonna be on salary, and you take that money out and it goes into your payroll just like you would pay any other employee. But you also can take an owner's draw out of the profits. So it's a little bit different when you're a corporation in that you have a paycheck or you are on salary, but you also can take an owner's draw or transfer money out. There are tax implications in both ways. Obviously, when you're taking a paycheck, you're being taxed twice, right? So you're getting taxed once as a business owner and once on your paycheck. When you take an owner's draw out, that money is also taxable, right? When you're a corporation. So speak to a lawyer or your tax accountant if you have further questions about that. But I just want to let you know, because we have some people in this group this week who are new. Hello, if you're a new person. And some of those new people are still in the idea stage of business. You've barely even gotten off the ground, or you've launched a few times, but it hasn't been super successful. And two of our clients this week are finally, actually this month, I should say, people who've been inside my paid program, which is called Sarah's Inner Circle, right? The CEO Inner Circle program. If you're inside, we actually have 2 members this month who are finally starting to actually pay themselves a decent wage for the work that they've been doing. They've been hustling really hard to get past validate stage and build stage and launch stage. They're now finally approaching breakthrough stage. So that's Bree and Jana. Congratulations to both of you guys. You guys have been doing a great job. For everybody else, if you are in idea stage, you haven't even launched an idea, or you have too many ideas and you're not sure what to do yet, reach out to me. I'm more than willing to help you actually build a successful business. Even if you're starting it as a side hustle, I can still give you some pointers and get you going in the right direction. And you may qualify to join the Inner Circle, and then you'll be working one-on-one with me as your mentor to build your business. All right. Thank you so much for coming on this week. I hope this has been helpful for you who are new entrepreneurs, and I'll be back next week. Talk to you later.